down the basement, lock the cellar door, and baby, talk bloody to me.
Hi, and welcome to another exciting edition of Talk Bloody to Me. I'm Matt,
And I'm Brizzy.
and tonight we are talking about a movie that is brand new 2025. Is it in theaters? Must be.
That I don't know. I think it's on digital now.
Okay, I know, yeah, anyway, but the movie is called Together, and we are reviewing it together. Like usual. That was sad. I'm sorry. I
It's like
apologize.
your goofball.
Yeah. But this is you had heard about this from a post, correct? You saw someone posted about this or something?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and I seen that. Yeah, I seen that. I'm like, ooh, this looks interesting. So I looked it up. I'm like, oh, it's a horror sci-fi. And I'm like, I'm not too much of a horror sci-fi person, but I'll give the movie a try. And I
Yup.
actually really, really loved it.
Yeah, I really
Love it.
like loved it. Liked it a lot. It's really effed up.
And it's fucked up too. Yeah, see.
Exactly. And it's body horror, it's psychological horror. It talks about relationship issues, and it's a metaphor for commitment and a fear of commitment. It's a lot going on. Um, but it has I lost the guys' names because I lost my notes. But is it Tim Franco? Someone Franco.
Dave Franco.
Dave Franco as Tim.
And then
He,
you got Allison Brie,
oh yeah,
but
as
those two are
Millie.
married in real life.
Those two are married in real life.
Yep.
Oh wow, there's a lot of scenes where they have to get really close, up close and personal, and so it's
Yeah.
probably good that they're married in real life. If they weren't before they started filming, they were when they got done.
And this movie was filmed in 21 days.
21 days only. That's crazy. Take
Hmm.
that, Marvel, with your multi-billion dollar budgets and your whatever. So, so this movie is it starts off there's a search party in the woods looking for a missing couple. You just kind of see people running around in the dark. A couple of dogs find a kind of an underground cave thing, and you see the rocks look kind of weird. They don't look natural, and the dogs start drinking from the water. And then what happens to those dogs, Breezy?
They get together.
Exactly. Together, hence the name. They start off by staring at each other, and then the one kind of starts growling while the other one kind of makes snapping and cracking. And if you've ever seen the movie The Thing with John Carpenter, or John Carpenter's The Thing, with like how the people like shape shift into the creature, it's kind of similar
Mm.
sort of effects to that. But yeah, you get two dogs merged in the face, and then that's just the beginning of the movie. Woo, together. Woo!
Like when they showed that, they're like, it sounds like they're puking. Like, ow, 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 ow. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah, it did. Yeah.
oh, oh, okay.
It it definitely didn't sound like the dogs were having a good time. They weren't like, we love being together. They were like, "Ah, kill us now. Life is
Yeah.
horrible." So, um, then we cut to our stars, Tim and Millie. And they're gonna move away. They have some relationship problems. You kind of hear through the conversations. They haven't been being intimate lately. But she goes in front of all their friends for the big dramatic. She pantomimes opening a ring box and she says, "Will you spend the rest of your life with me?" And how does he react? Breezy,
He's like, no, yeah. He's unsure.
right? And the whole crowd is just awkward. And like I guess the takeaway here is if you're gonna propose to someone in public, be damn sure they're gonna say yes before you do it, because otherwise you're gonna have an awkward. But he does eventually say yes, but it's almost like too late. Like everyone kind of there's like a little like people aren't sure if they should be
Yep.
happy or not. And but they end up moving to the country and blah blah blah. They're having problems. They go for a walk. It's sunny day. What can go wrong? Smash cut to thunderstorm, rain. He can find north on his compass, but he doesn't know what the hell that means. And then they sink through a sinkhole. And what do they land next to?
They go down in the rabbit hole for sure. No,
Exactly.
no, they They find this big, huge bell.
Yeah, there's a big bell and there's this cavern, and you can tell from the way it looks that it's the same place where the dogs from the beginning of the movie were in. And they run out of water and they're like, "Well, what about this water here? Do you think it's safe to drink?" And he's like, "Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's good." And so then they both drink some of the water. And us, the audience, having watched the beginning of the movie, are like, "Oh shit. Now they're in for it." But
It took me the first time I didn't recognize what the hell was going on, but it took me the second time like, oh, it's the water.
yeah.
Kind of
Some
similar to like cabin fever.
Oh yeah, kinda. Yeah. So they wake up and their legs are stuck together.
No, it's
And
mildew.
yeah,
Well, they said it was mildew, but
he said it was mildew. And then they like try to pull. It looks like if you've ever like I do a lot of models and I accidentally stick my fingers together with super glue and then you try to pull them apart and it's like then it like the skin
yep.
stretches. So like that, but with their legs. And then later on in the movie, they're like, she's like, "What the fuck do I know about mildew?" Because like, why would mildew do
Yeah.
that? Do you get mildew on your legs? Is that even a thing? But
I don't think so.
yeah, but yeah, he starts realizing that he's more attracted to her, that he needs to be by her, and this and that, and he ends up waking up with swallowed a bunch of her long hair down his throat. Have you ever had that
He
happen,
does.
Breezy, where you woke up and
No,
someone swallowed a bunch of your
no,
hair?
no.
Well, that's good.
I sure
That
hell hope not.
you ever get like a hair in your mouth? Just imagine like a whole mouthful, like someone's whole ponytail basically in your mouth. And
That or a whole bunch of cat hair in your mouth.
yeah. So she's like, "What the hell's wrong with you?" And he's like, "I don't know." And that's weird. And then she's like what is she, a teacher? She goes to work.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I think she's a teacher or a substitute teacher, but I think she's a teacher.
Yeah, she's in a school. So while she's driving to work, like he's in the shower kind of half asleep and he's like slamming in like when she turns to the right, he like slams to the right, and when she turns to the left, he slams to the left. And um eventually he goes and meets her at the school, and what do they do in the little boys' room, Breezy?
Oh, they have sex.
It's just
But after they're done, they get stuck.
they get
Like his
stuck.
dick is in her vagina, and she can't. Like she tried to push him off, and it hurts.
Right?
But
But
there has been times when the camera is like showing down there, and you can see like his dick just stretched
yeah.
out.
It's like a Stretch
I'm like,
Armstrong figure where they just pull it like or like a mozzarella cheese stick, except it's his dick like so
yeah.
yeah. Eh. But supposedly I've heard that this happens with dogs. Not the mozzarella cheese stick dick, but dogs will get stuck together when they have sex, apparently. Write in the comments if that's ever happened to you or your dog. Put it in the
If
comments.
that happens to you in real life, I don't think you have a problem, whoever you're fucking,
Right.
because that's gotta be like not feeling too hot.
You might want to go to the doctor. You might want to invest in some KY or something.
I don't
And
even think KY will even do that.
when before we watched this, you said, "Well, it reminds me a little bit of Human Centipede, but it's not
Yeah,
ass to mouth."
because
But
the
it,
dick,
exactly.
because they're stuck together.
They're
Well,
together,
at least it's not ass to mouth.
right? Exactly. And the whole thing going on with this movie is that she wants to get married. He's all wishy-washy about the commitment. So there's this whole kind of subtext going on of like now they're literally going to like be together, like kind of thing. And then they do get separated, but he starts to figure it out first that something happened and they're like magnetized to each other is what he says, something along those lines. And it's worse when they're like when they're awake they can fight it, but when they're asleep they can't fight it. And then she doesn't believe him, but then they like go to bed and they like basically start slamming into walls, like their bodies are like trying to get together and they're like ramming into the doors and like
It's kind of like they're like there's like magnet.
Exactly. And
But how
they're
they
like,
like it's like how they when they move, it's like really twist and their bodies just twist in just awkward positions.
and their sound effects too,
Yeah.
like their body, like, yeah, it's really gross and weird and cool.
Mm-hmm.
uh, I'm starting to forget the order of stuff that happens. He does get some pills that he went to the psychiatrist to because he said after the when he was in the shower banging around, he's like, I'm having some sort of mental problem. I don't know if it's seizures or what. So the guy gave him muscle relaxers. So then as they were laying on the floor and like going over obstacles, like she goes up over the table, like crunching
Yep.
and rolling back down, and then their hands get start fusing together. And then
Yeah, and they're like it's like it doesn't show like the skins like or their fingers going in. It's like it they hold each other's hands and then it's like all of a sudden like their hands go into their skins and then it just like
yeah. And you can like
yeah,
see the
it's like
fingers inside the other one's arm, like the finger bones inside the other one's arm moving around
yeah,
and vice versa. It's a really kind of cool effect. It's
it
almost like their
is.
hands are made out of like Play-Doh or clay or something, and they're just sort of flowing together
Mhm.
into one. But he realizes if they take the muscle relaxer, they can kind of fight it, and they kind of pull themselves apart. But they're still a little bit stuck together at the hand, so she decides to chop them apart with a knife. And earlier in the movie, they're talking about how they should split up, and she said if we don't split up, if we don't separate now, it'll be more painful later. And then now we've come full circle, and she says the same line. She says, if we don't separate now, it'll be more painful later. Except now she's talking about physically chopping with a knife, which they do, and then they bandage each other up. And you start throughout the movie, there's been like a teacher friend that's their neighbor, that's kind of the only other character in the movie. And she goes to investigate, and you find out that he tells her a story about some ancient legend where humans used to have four legs and four arms and two faces, and then the gods got jealous and separated them into halves, and that's why you spend your whole life uh, looking for your soulmate, basically.
Yep.
And so, well, apparently there's a cult that believed that pretty literally, and somehow they found this weird, they built a church on top of this weird alien water, and they would go through like almost like a wedding ceremony, except they would actually merge themselves together using the water. And he's like, don't worry about it, it'll be fine. And he's like trying to,
Not.
yeah. And he cuts her wrist open with like a big thing. He says like it'll work better if you're more open to each other. Meanwhile, she's at the guy's place learning all this. He goes back to the cave to investigate. And remember that missing couple from the beginning of the movie? You get to
Mm-hmm.
find out what happened to them. And what happened to them, Breezy?
They're pretty much stuck together, like all the way stuck together. They're pretty much like, just kill me now, kill us. Because he was already at the, in the cave already, and they seen these two couple, and it's like alien mixed in with human, like flesh eating acid coming down. It's like really, I don't know how to explain it. It's like
It's
what,
it's
like,
it's basically, yeah, two people have mushed together into one blobulous person. It reminded me kind of something from Basket Case in a way, like one of those
oh
creatures.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's just basically like it's got two faces and it's just all like it's pretty horrible. So anyway, he goes back and I think we're gonna spoil the ending, but they finally decide it's inevitable. They're just gonna get together, and he decides he finally wants to be with her, and he repeats the little pantomime ring proposal, and they
Mm-hmm.
go okay, and then she's gonna bleed. They're like, well, if one of us kills each other, then it'll stop. And then first he's gonna kill himself, and then she passes out from her big gash on his arm, and it looks like she died. But then it goes fades to black. But then it comes back, and you see that he used his own arm to seal her arm by merging together, and they're gonna go full merge. And so they strip down and they start kissing and hugging, and there's hands like go through her back, and you see like
And
the
they're
finger
like naked
bone.
too.
Yeah, and they're just kind of merging and just kind of, and they play the Spice Girls song, the "Tonight's the Night When Two Become One." It's like,
Yup. That's actually a perfect it's a perfect song, but at least it didn't like cut halfway out. I do, even though it's really, really fucked up, and it's like, whoa, like seriously, like this is really screwed up. I did like it, and I liked how they showed like every movement
yeah,
in front and the back. The back, like with the bones, is like, oh my God, that's gotta hurt because they're like right next to the rib cage. She
yeah,
was like doing like this.
yeah. There
Oh,
was a part earlier in the movie I completely forgot about where he was like going to give her a shoulder rub, and then he started like crunching really deep, and like almost like her shoulders were like clay or something. Like, and she's like, "Oh, that hurts! What the hell are you doing?" But yeah, so then it
I'm pretty
cuts.
sure you like that eyeball scene, right? When they just touch the eyeballs, when they
Oh,
get real close with the eyeball.
yeah, that was like the craziest part of the whole movie. Even it's on the poster, it shows the two eyeballs close together and they're like the eyelashes are like merging together. And I
Yep,
didn't I didn't actually expect that to be in the movie, but it is. That shows their faces really close together and their eyelashes touch and then start going together and then their actual eyeballs touch and start
yep.
to flow into each other. And it's like that is really weird and gross and cool. That's the best way I can describe it.
And after that, the whole camera goes back and you can see the whole body, and they were just like completely they were like pretty much screaming because they're hurting.
Yup, exactly. And then it cuts to the street, and you see a nice older couple coming with some food. They're going to welcome their new neighbors to the neighborhood, and they ring the doorbell. And a person that appears to be a merge of our main characters, Tim and Millie, answers the door and says, "What's up?" or "Hello," or something like that. And then that's how the movie ends.
Hmm.
The end together. So
It's an
it was
interesting one.
It's really good. It's a movie where I watch the whole thing in one sitting. Norm, almost every movie I end up stopping halfway through and getting bored and getting up and walking around and taking a break. So when I watch the whole thing in one sitting, it's a good movie. That's
Well,
nice.
yeah, well, you worked all day too, so
Right, exactly.
I get it.
Yeah. And I really like body horror and I kind of like sci-fi. I know you don't, but I do. And yeah, so what would you rate this movie?
Oh, this one I'll rate it 10 out of 10 for sure.
Yeah, I think I will too. I really enjoyed it a lot. I last week someone asked what was the best new horror movie I've seen, and I was like, "Dur, dur, dur." Now I can say it's Together, the best new
Hmm.
horror movie I've seen.
Yeah, for sure.
hmm Oh, and one thing, like when we were talking about Hush, our last episode, and I was saying how with the killer, they didn't explain anything. He just shows up and he's just some dude, and he has no motive, no agenda, no nothing. And I was saying like how I like it when it's kind of mysterious, but you still got to have somewhat of an explanation. This movie is perfect, in my opinion,
Mhm.
because you see the weird bells and you hear about this weird cult church and there's the water, but really that's all the explanation they put it. They don't go into the scientific or the supernatural of why does the water merge them together. It's just like, no, there's this weird crazy bell
Yep.
thing and there's water and it merges you. Perfect. Leave the rest to the imagination. That's my opinion.
And I
That's
I liked it.
right. Exactly.
I liked it.
Yep. So there you have it.
But
10 out of
kudos to them
10.
for doing that for 21 days.
Yeah. And that I'm sure it helped being married when they filmed the scene that they were stuck together.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep.
and then a kid was like seeing them on the outside and then went and got the teacher, and then he was like hiding, and she was like, excuse me. And he's like, this is the little boy's restroom. It's like, that's okay. It's all good. Had an emergency.
It's okay. It's all right.
Yeah. So Crypticon is in 2 weeks.
Woohoo! I'm so excited.
I am too.
Oh my
It's gonna be
gosh.
fun. We're going to do a live event there
Mm-hmm.
to
Yes,
be
we are.
announced. Please follow our Instagram page on it's Talk Play to Me on Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
and that is where you'll be able to find us live. Anything else you want to talk about, Breezy?
I think we're probably gonna announce it. I think we're probably gonna go on live on Friday for sure, so we can get
Okay.
that out of the way. Um, Probably record around 7 o'clock because I think that's like the good time to do that.
All right.
6:30 stuff. That way people can come home and watch us, live or something like that.
Sounds like a plan.
Yep.
All right. Until next time.
Until next time.